You made it. Say hi. Welcome to another episode of Roots and the City. Happy New Year. I hope you're all doing well. You've got your intentions set and you are ready to start 2025 off with a bang. Today we're going to be talking about, okay, you're interested in moving. When should you start that search? When do you need to be hooking up with the realtor? When do you need to be talking to a lender to get your search started? I'm going to buy a house in 3 to 4 months, 3 to 6 months. When do I need to start looking for a home and getting my ducks in a row? Well, as we enter the spring market, we're in the first quarter of the year, inching closer to the spring market. That's when everyone wants to list their house. That's when everyone thinks that they need to start searching. Really, real estate's moving all 12 months. But the spring is when things really, really pop off leading into the summer before everybody travels and the kids are off for summer break. But how much time do you need to give yourself if you know that you want to move in, let's say 3 to 6 months? What does that timeline look like? We wanted to dive into that a little bit today just to kind of provide that information and to help you think about your real estate goals and how you approach this market in 2025. So let's start with our pre-search preparation. This is before we are actively looking for homes. You as the client, me as your broker, or your agent, broker, wherever you are in your respective states. Of course, you got to start with getting a pre-approval. We're going to beat that into the ground. You are going to be a stronger client and buyer if you enter the market with a pre-approval. So I would say maybe 1 to 2 weeks before you are ready to actively start looking with your agent or your broker, we need to be talking to lenders. Your lender probably provided you a list of their contacts that could help you with their respective programs and whatnot. Or maybe you have a lender that you've been in touch with and now is the time to press the green button. Now is the time to go, and we're going to get that search started. The pre-approval is really going to help you determine your budget. You're going to get approved for a certain amount. That doesn't mean that you need to spend all of those pennies, all of those coins. The lender is going to give you a healthy range of, okay, based on your unique scenario, your credit score, your savings, the programs you qualify for, your overall preparedness on your end, mixed with the resources that the lender might have for you. What is our budget looking like? Once we have that, as the broker client team, we can start narrowing down your search based on that budget and also digging into your wants versus your needs. In that 1 to 2 week period, along with talking to the lenders, and let's be real, people, you probably spent a lot of time dreaming and thinking about the things that you want in your home, in your investment, the things that you are aching to have and that you are maybe dying to get your hands dirty to be that flipper, be that client that finds that home and turns it into their dream home. So during those 1 to 2 weeks before we're actively searching, we want to drill down on all of that. So the lender, the broker, the client can all work together and find you that perfect home, that perfect setup. Now, once you're actively searching, I like to tell people, give yourselves up to 60 days. If you know, for example, that you want to move at the end of April, or maybe you have a lease that's expiring at the end of April and you really don't want to renew that lease, you really want to buy, you don't want to extend that lease for another year. Okay, realistically, I'm going to tell you that we should probably start looking sometime in February, towards the end of February at the absolute latest. In the Indy market, from start to finish, from offer to close, I would say give yourself 30 to 45 days, because most of the time we're going to see closings about a month out. Sometimes it's longer than that. There's plenty of situations where it's much faster, especially if you're a cash buyer, the home is vacant and the inspection came back pretty clean, or there's not a lot of inspection items that need to be taken care of. I've had a closing and that has happened in about a week. And there's plenty of those transactions that occur. But realistically, in the Indianapolis market, I would say 30 to 45 days, probably closer to the 30. That closing time in that period is really going to depend on your transaction and the things that you need and the seller might need on both sides to get to that closing table and for you to get those keys. Let's drill down on that for a second. If inventory is low, it's probably going to take you a little bit of time to find what you're looking for. And when that home pops up, you have to be ready to move. Whenever I see a house that my client is going to love, I just know that they're probably going to love this house and want to see it in person. And I see that it's been listed for 1 to 3 days. We are all over that. We need to go see it ASAP in case there's already another offer on the way. And also, so you could have seen it in person. So you have a fair shot at putting in an offer and potentially winning. The win is what we want. So the sooner you act, the better in a hot market. You want to take your time, and there are some more options kind of lingering out there. Their inventory is going up. So buyers do have some time to look and peruse. With that being said, okay, we've seen some homes that have been listed for, let's say, up to 60 days. And then we go and see a property that's been listed for a day or two. That one goes away. And then we want to think about the other home that's been listed for, over a month, up to that 60 days or more. And suddenly it's gone. That's real estate for you. So your realtor and your broker will help you drill down your list of homes that you've seen, what's on your short list, the homes that you're absolutely interested in, but you're going to have to act fast in a hot market. I know what we're seeing right now are buyers being a bit more picky, and that's not a bad thing. You've got some more choices out there, but you want to keep in mind your timeline and how much time you have to act. You'll also want to plan multiple showings a week, because if there are a lot of options out there for you, you again want to make sure that you can actually see them in person, so you have as much information and have done enough thinking about the home to want to make a move, to feel comfortable submitting an offer. Now, after you make the offer, we still have to get through the inspection period and such, but in Indianapolis, I can speak for what I'm seeing in my market and my experience in the market here. The inspection times are going to be a fairly quick turnaround. I'm not seeing inspection periods for more than 7 business days, 5 to 7 business days. And you want to get that done as soon as possible. So if there are things that you might want the seller to address, that they have enough time to do that, get quotes on how much things might cost to get that work done for you. Or maybe they're entertaining the idea of giving you a credit to have that work taken care of. Whatever it is, the sooner you act, the better, because it's not about rushing through the transaction. You just want to give everyone involved enough time to comfortably make decisions. So once you've found the home, it really depends on your unique contract and all the terms included in that. I would say that you want to give yourself up to 2 months, 60 days, to find a home from start to finish. It can go longer than that, especially if you're not in a rush and you can take your time. There's plenty of searches that go past 4 months. I was helping a client for a period longer than that, and we did find something, but 2 months is typically kind of the range. In Indianapolis, we're seeing closings happen closer to 30 days to that 45-day range. There are transactions that happen much faster than that, but again, I can't say it enough. It really depends on your unique situation, what you're bringing to the table as far as your preparedness goes, and how your transaction is flowing. It's really helpful if you have extra time and you can really take your time with your home search. Maybe you are selling a property and you're looking for your next home, and that home that you're currently in, you don't necessarily need to sell to obtain the new home. Maybe you are in a lease and you've got a longer period of time before your lease expires and you really want to take your time. That's fine too. But when you find that home that checks all your boxes, or the majority of them, and you want to move forward and make an offer, as your broker, we would have had those discussions already. Are you prepared to pay the fees to break your lease? Is there a fee to break your lease? Because maybe you're on a month to month and you just have to give a notice. Whatever it is, those fine details, we're going to drill down. So when you find that house, we're ready to act. But keeping that in mind, when you find that house, I can't say it enough, that sense of urgency needs to be there. And it all comes down to your preparedness. But giving yourself space and time, mainly so you're not feeling rushed and you're not feeling too overwhelmed. 2 to 4 months, closer to the 2 months in my experience, is all you need from start to finish, from pre-approval to closing. You'll be all done. You'll be all set. And remember, you're working with a broker and you're working with a lender or bank that has your back. We are a team in this, and we're going to make sure that you have the information and all the things in place. I's dotted, T's crossed, so we can get to that closing table in the time that you deem fit. Thank you so much for listening today, everyone. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.